Jeff Bird, where are you?
I'm right here.
Are you in your car on Route 66?
Well, I am in my car, and I'm close to Route 66. It's like right over there.
Well, we miss you over here in the hearing room, fella.
Yeah, I see my chair's all lonely. Probably happy.
Madam Chair, that issue has been resolved. We can start. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Hans. Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Thursday, July 21st. It's 9:32 in the morning, and we will start this meeting of the Public Regulation Commission. Let's see, we need to do the roll call. Is Mike?
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
Michael Smith plans to be in the general counsel seat this morning, but he is having some connectivity issues right now, so I will go ahead and take the role.
Okay, thank you very much.
I will be sitting in the general counsel seat until Michael gets on.
Okay,
so I'll
fine,
take the role
thanks.
right now.
Okay.
Commissioner Fishman. Commissioner Vicente Aguilar.
Here.
Commissioner Maestas.
I'm here.
Madam Chair.
Here.
And Commissioner Byrd.
Am I present?
Madam Chair, the vote, I'm sorry, not the vote. The roll call indicates that all commissioners are present except for Commissioner Fishman. That is that's more than a quorum, and the meeting may begin.
Okay, great. Thanks. All right, now we'll go to item number 2, Pledge of Allegiance and the state pledge. Let's see, since we can all see you, Commissioner Maestas, would you mind honoring us with reciting the pledges?
You bet, Madam Chair. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico and the Zia symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Thank you, Commissioner or Vice Chair Maestas. Okay, item number 3, we have consideration and approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any changes to the agenda? Okay, the only thing, oh, yes, Commissioner Byrd.
Go ahead. If you're going to make a change, I was just going to move it.
Oh, well, I only want to make one mention. I'm going to need to make a short break at 10 o'clock. Since we're meeting on Thursday instead of Wednesday this week, this meeting happens to conflict with the final webinar of the grid modernization rulemaking. And I had been asked, I have a conflict here. I had been asked to make their opening comments. So I'll need to take a break for about 5 minutes so I can do that right at 10 o'clock. And then we'll reconvene. But other than that, we have no changes as far as I'm aware. So,
And Madam Chair, something like that doesn't need to be approved as part of it. Doesn't need to be, the agenda doesn't need to be amended for that because the commission regularly takes breaks without including them in the agenda. So
Okay.
It's good to, of course, point that out.
okay, great. Thank you. Okay,
Madam
so,
Chair.
yes.
I'll move to approve the agenda as presented.
Okay, I got a motion. Have I got a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Byrd. Okay, we have a motion second. Can we have a roll call?
Madam Chair, I believe that you may want to ask for any discussion before we go to the vote.
Oh, you're right. Any discussion, folks? Hearing none, Russell, could you please call the vote roll call?
Yes, Madam Chair. Commissioner Burt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
Commissioner Fishman, Commissioner Maestas,
Aye.
and Madam Chair.
Aye.
Madam Chair, the vote is 4 in favor of approving the agenda, and Commissioner Fishman is absent.
Okay. Okay, now we have an item that's always important to us. Number 4, Roman numeral 4 is Employee of the Month. And I understand that Renata would like to make the presentation. The Employee of the Month is Sammy Quintana. And Renata, are you available to take it away? Hearing nothing. Is Sammy present? Well, I guess we'll have to get back to this.
Oh, I
item.
think I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I have not used the mic before. So Madam Chair, Commissioners, I am here this morning to present the Employee of the Month, Sammy Quintana.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Sammy is not able to attend the meeting today. He had requested and had been approved for annual leave today. But if you know Sammy, you know he is shy and he's probably okay with not being present this morning. Also, his supervisor, Molly Chavez, had a conflict. So I'm honored to be the one here today to present Sammy Quintana as Employee of the Month.
All right.
I'm going to read the certificate. The New Mexico Public Regulation Commission hereby recognizes Sammy Quintana as NMPRC Employee of the Month for July 2022. Whereas Sammy Quintana serves as purchasing agent in the Administrative Services Division of the New Mexico Public Regulation Commission. And whereas Sammy Quintana worked for the PRC for almost 1 year. Whereas his nomination states Sammy's role in the agency is important to PRC as he is responsible for ensuring the agency is properly procuring goods and services in alignment with New Mexico Procurement Code. Sammy recently completed training and obtained his certification to become a certified procurement officer. Sammy is always kind and professional. He's always helpful to anyone that reaches out with a question. He is eager to learn and assist tasks and any staff with any task that comes his way. Sammy is thorough in his work and ensures any task assigned to him is completed in an efficient manner. PRC is fortunate to have such a dedicated team member. Whereas Sammy Quintana continues to serve the PRC in dedication and great ability, now therefore be it resolved that the New Mexico Public Regulation Commission of the State of New Mexico congratulates Sammy Quintana on his selection as Employee of the Month for July of 2022. Since Sammy was not able to attend, I did speak with him yesterday afternoon, and I wanted to bring some information of Sammy to you all, the commissioners, so that you felt you kind of know Sammy. Sammy has worked for the state of New Mexico for 22 and a half years. Of that time, the majority of it was with the Department of Public Safety, of which 12 years he worked in forensics. I didn't know that. It's very interesting. Prior to coming to the PRC last September, he had 2 years with the Environment Department, but he came to us last September as a purchasing agent A. He has been married to his lovely wife, Pierre, for 10 years and has 2 kids, Cameron and Ayla. And I hope I got everyone's names pronounced correctly. And I will say that his daughter is completely adorable. She's almost 2 years old. And I've been fortunate to see her a couple of times on Zoom meetings. As many of us know, people working from home, teleworking, the kids are very fascinated with Zoom and seeing themselves on a computer screen. Sammy is a self-described outdoorsman. Camping, fishing, and hunting. He made it very clear those are the things that he enjoys. He also stays busy working on his house and is currently landscaping his backyard. Sammy enjoys working for the PRC, and I hope he has many more years with us. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Renata. That was very nice. And it's always nice to know a little something about people who have come to the commission, recently. And it's just not the same since we're not all present. We're doing a lot of telecommunicating, working, but I'm really glad to know more about Sammy, and I'm very pleased that we gave him this award today. He sounds like a wonderful person and a very hard worker. So thank you. So we'll move on to item number 6.
Madam Chair.
Yes. Oh, comments. Would anybody like to make a comment?
Yeah, I just wanted to, first of all, thank Wayne and Renata for making their staff available to assist commissioners with issues like travel. They've kind of relieved some of the burden on our assistants. And Sammy has been front and center in working, at least with me, to keeping our names out of adverse audit findings through travel vouchers. And so I appreciate Sammy's work in the short while that he's been here. He's been just very thorough, and he makes us commissioners be very thorough in filing travel vouchers and things like that. So it's a well-deserved, I think, recognition. So Renata, thank you for bringing that forward. That's all I had, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair Maestas. Does anybody else have any comments to make? Any other commissioners? Okay, hearing none. Now we'll go on to item number 6 on the agenda, public comment.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
I think you skipped over introduction of special guests.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're quite right. Introduction of special guests. I was looking for these folks. I believe we have some people signed up for special guests. Isn't that correct? Oh, no, I think they're going to be commenting in public comment, actually. Well, who are the special guests? Who signed up?
I will refer that to.
We have some individuals from SPS here.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
Who's up first? Yeah, come on up. Brooke
Well-
Trammell is going to come up, and we're going to put him up here at the witness table,
Okay,
the hot seats.
all right.
Okay, did I bump it? Maybe I bumped it. All right, we're ready, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And very nice to see you, Ms. Trammell. And I understand you have an introduction to make.
Thank you,
Or two.
Madam Chair, Commissioners. Thank you for having us today. My name is Brooke Trammell. I have returned to Xcel Energy and SPS's service territory as Regional Vice President, Regulatory and Pricing. And with me today is our newly, I guess appointed might be the wrong word, but it's on top of mind being with the commission today. President of Southwestern Public Service Company, President of our Texas and New Mexico operations, Mr. Adrian Rodriguez. So again, Madam Chairman, we just wanted to come to Santa Fe to say hello and to see the commission and make some brief introductory comments. And thank you for allowing us to speak today. And I'll turn it over to Adrian for a few remarks.
Wonderful, thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Vice Chair Maestas, and members of the commission. As Brooke noted, I am Adrian Rodriguez, President of Xcel Southwestern Public Service Company. Happy to return to New Mexico after working at Puget Sound Energy in the Pacific Northwest, overseeing clean energy strategy, new product development, and of course, engaging with our regulators and governmental affairs folks in the Pacific Northwest. And having the chance to reconnect with former colleagues, some of whom are in this room, for example, Mr. Russell Fisk, Ms. Nancy Burns of El Paso Electric Company, who is also here, as well as my colleagues from PNM. My time prior, I've been introduced to many of you before during my tenure at El Paso Electric Company, and I'm happy to return back to a service territory that serves both New Mexico and Texas, and really excited to be part of the transition that is going on in New Mexico with regarding to the having safe, clean, and reliable energy service. And of course, excited to have all of the growth that we have in Eastern New Mexico for all of the customers and your constituents that are in Eastern New Mexico with all the economic development that is occurring there. Please know that our door is always open, as I understand it has been in the past, but I want to make sure that we had this opportunity very early on in my time at the company to reintroduce myself to you and the fellow commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity to join you this morning. I'm going to turn it back to Brooke one last moment.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez.
Madam Chair, I just wanted to note that I did bring back a copy from San Diego. I was recently in San Diego for the NARUC Summer Policy Conference, and there were many copies of the Public Utilities Fortnightly magazine available. I grabbed a few, but I just wanted to note this is the first time that Public Utilities Fortnightly has showcased an entire commission, and their showcase commission, of course, was none other than the New Mexico Public Regulatory Commission. So congratulations. I enjoyed reading all of y'all's interviews and the comments that you had about what brought you into the utility industry, your thoughts of the energy future and transition in New Mexico, and of course, your wishes for the state and where you see energy policy and regulation advancing. So if anyone doesn't have it, it's a great addition, and congratulations again on being recognized nationally and at the NARUC conference.
Thank you very much, Ms. Trammell, and I really appreciate you both coming. And it's very heartwarming in a way to have a return of a professional executive to New Mexico. But I think to have both of you come back is a real plus, I think, for our regulatory world here, our community. I think we will be able to achieve the goals that we all know we have to achieve when we have smart, capable, devoted professionals like you come back from wherever you've been and apply yourselves to work before us here in New Mexico. So I'm pleased to see both of you there, and I look forward to seeing good things happen. And thank you very much for your kind words. Does anybody else have any comments to make? Other commissioners?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I just wanted to thank you for coming in. It's been a really nice personal transition. I think both of you have made extra efforts to kind of meet all of us and let us know that you're back. So we appreciate that personal touch, and we hope to see more of you here in the office. So thanks again. That's all I had, Madam Chair.
Anybody else? Oh, and I do want to thank Ms. Trammell for pointing out that article. I don't know if it's the first time that they've looked at a whole commission, but it's the first time in my experience at the commission that we've been, that New Mexico has been a focus of their attention. And I appreciate you drawing that to everybody's attention. I think it was a good thing for New Mexico. And I would just like to mention to everybody that I think New Mexico is probably the most aggressive energy transition requirements. So we really do represent a change in the West. And I'm very proud of that. And I'm very proud of our achievements so far. And they are their achievements in part because we have utilities that are forward thinking as well. So again, thank you very much, Ms. Trammell and Mr. Rodriguez for coming in. And we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you. So let's move on to public comment. Who's in charge of public comment? Is that you, Patrick? Anybody tell me if we have any public comments?
Madam Chair, I have not received any requests for public comment.
Okay.
Through Zoom, at least. If there are no other people in the hearing room for public comment, then there are no public commenters today.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Russell. All right. Item number 7, consideration and approval of prior meeting minutes. Does anybody have any changes to the meeting minutes from June 29th, meeting of June 29th? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second. Russell, can you take the roll?
Madam Chair, I think again, you should at least call for any discussion. Just as a
Discussion, sorry,
formality.
any discussion? Hearing none, can you take the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Commissioner Maestas,
Aye.
Madam Chair,
Aye.
Commissioner Fishman,
Aye.
Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
and Commissioner Byrd.
Aye.
Madam Chair, the June 29th open meeting minutes are approved unanimously.
Okay, thank you, Russell. So item number 8, consent action items. Russell, would you mind reading the captions of the consent action items?
Yes, Madam Chair. Take a drink of water before starting it. Madam Chair, the first consent action agenda item is docket number 22-00153-TR-EN in the matter of the investigation of WHC NM LLC DBA Z-Trip NM. That's for a potential order assigning a hearing examiner and changing case caption. The second item on the consent agenda is docket number 22-00166-UT in the matter of the application of Public Service Company of New Mexico for continued use of its fuel and purchase power cost adjustment clause. That's for a potential suspension order and order on motion to intervene and requiring response. The next item is docket number 21-00098-UT in the matter of applications for 2022 broadband program support from the State Rural Universal Service Fund as per 17-11-10-31 NMAC. That's for a potential order regarding Plateau Telecommunications Incorporated's request for initial disbursements for East Clovis Project and Buffalo Road Project, and a potential order regarding Smith Bagley Inc.'s request for, and I'm just going to summarize this, for initial disbursements for 19 projects, all the projects for which they had sought. They received funding so as to avoid listing all of those projects. Although I can do that if Madam Chair would prefer.
Yeah, Russell, I think you're supposed to read them in. That's my understanding. I don't
Okay, I will do so. Madam Chair, I will do so.
Yeah. We'll
And with regard to docket number 21-00098UT, the second order is a potential order regarding Smith Bagley Inc.'s request for initial disbursements for Black Rock Hill Tower Build Project, NDOT Tower Build Project, Coyote Canyon Chapter Tower Build Project, Toadlania Tower Build Project, Mitten Rock Tower Build Project, Widefield Tower Build Project, Mexican Springs Tower Build Project, Raymond North Tower Build Project, Jones Ranch Tower Build Project, Mount Powell Fiber Build Project, Sanistee Fiber Build Project, the Standing Rock Fiber Build Project, the Mount Powell and Sinisa 4G LTE Overlay Project, the Red Lake LTE Overlay Project, the Yatahay Group Overlay Project, the Manuelito Mesa LTE Overlay Project, the Huerfano Mesa and Nagizi LTE Overlay Project, and Narbona Pass LTE Overlay Project. And Madam Chair, those are all the items on the consent agenda.
Thank you very much, Russell. Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Madam Chair? Move
Yes.
to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Russell, could you take the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
Commissioner Byrd,
Aye.
Commissioner Fishman,
Aye.
and Commissioner Maestas.
Aye.
Madam Chair, the items on the consent action agenda are approved unanimously.
Thank you, Russell. Okay, then, so we're up at the item number 10, regular action items under subsection A, transportation matters, we have none. Subsection B, we have utility matters. And we have item.
Excuse
Yes?
me, Madam Chair. I think you skipped the executive closed session.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did. I did, sorry. Item number 9, executive closed session. And that is captioned, meeting subject to threatened or pending litigation pursuant to New Mexico statutes annotated 1978, section 10-15-1, paren H, paren 7. And I think it also pertains to the motions to stay that are before us today, the matter pertaining to motions to stay. Is that correct, Ms. Amer?
Yes, the motion, it would be pursuant, the executive session would be pursuant to 2 exemptions from the Open Meetings Act. There's section 10-15-1 H3, which is for deliberations regarding administrative adjudications. And the motion to stay will be filed by PNM in the 1918 case, will be discussed during executive closed session. In addition, PNM filed an appeal of the final order in the 1918 case and a motion to stay with the New Mexico Supreme Court in which is docketed as SC 39440. We will be also discussing that pending appeal litigation and motion to stay before the Supreme Court litigation pursuant to 10-15-1 H7. So when you make a motion to go into executive closed session, please cite to both sections 10-15-1 H3, 10-15-1 H7. The 2 cases are inextricably linked because the motion to stay filed with the commission and the motion to stay filed with the Supreme Court are virtually the same.
All right,
Chair.
thank you, Ms. Amer. Do we
Madam
have a
Chair.
motion? Oh, yes.
Madam Chair, it's just about 10 o'clock. You said you had a speaking engagement, so I suggest we take the break now to allow you enough time to make your opening remarks at the Grid Mod webinar.
Thank you.
And,
I think you're right.
and I'm happy to relocate to my office instead of kicking everybody out of the hearing room. And this break will give me enough time to go to my office for the executive session that I can just come back.
Okay, that's fine. So if we'll take a 10-minute break and reconvene, and then we can go into closed session.
Madam Chair, is that enough time for you?
I'm sure.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well, we can make it 15 minutes. Let's make it 15 minutes. We'll see.
Okay.
I think 10 minutes, I really do think 10 minutes is enough.
You could make the motion to go into executive session now.
Well, I need it at the other place right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back and let's say at 10:15. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be adjourned until 10:15.
Thank you.
Hello again. It's 10:15. Do we have all the commissioners here? So we can reconvene? I see 3 of us. I heard 4. I think we're here. So we are back in session with the Thursday, July 21st open meeting session of the PRC, Public Regulation Commission. And Ms. Amer, I believe, do we have Commissioner Vicente Aguilar here too? I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, I'm here, Madam Chair.
Okay, great. All right, so I believe we're at the point of going into closed session.
Yes, and Madam Chair, if you would allow me, I could make the motion and you could just say that is my motion, and then we can take the vote. Is that okay?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, the motion would be to go in case number 19-00018 UT in the matter of Public Service Company of New Mexico's abandonment of San Juan Generating Station Units 1 and 4, going to executive closed session pursuant to section 10-15-1H3 for deliberations on administrative adjudicative proceeding regarding PNM's motion to stay before the commission, and to go into closed session regarding the appeal of the final order in case number 19-00018 UT. And that appeal is docketed as SC 39440. In addition, in docket SC 39440, which is an appeal of case number 19-00018 UT, we will be discussing a virtually identical motion to stay the final order before the Supreme Court, that was also filed with the Supreme Court.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Amer. And I'll make that motion as stated by Ms. Amer. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Maestas. Any discussion on the motion and second? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote to go into closed session?
Yes, Madam Chair. Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
Commissioner Byrd,
Aye.
Commissioner Maestas,
Aye.
Madam Chair,
Aye.
and Commissioner Fishman.
Aye.
Madam Chair, the vote is unanimous to go into closed session.
Okay, thank you very much. I guess now we will be moved into the closed session virtual room, correct? Who's doing that for us?
I'm doing that, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Patrick.
There you go.
Okay.
Patrick, could you move Michael Smith into the closed session as well for OGC? Thank you.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, it looks like we're all here. I'd like to make a motion that we leave the executive closed session and re-enter the open meeting of July 21, 2022. And I'd like to state that the topics discussed were limited to the topics that were listed as the reason for going into closed session. And that is threatened or pending litigation pursuant to New Mexico statutes annotated in 1978, sections 10, 15, 1, paren H, paren 7, and 10, 15, 1, paren H, paren 3, and the motion to stay before the New Mexico Supreme Court under docket number 39440. So that's my motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Vice Chair Maestas. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
No
Hearing-
discussion on that.
Yeah, oh, okay. So, Commissioner, can we please have a roll call vote?
Yes, Madam Chair. Commissioner Fishman,
Aye.
Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
Commissioner Maestas,
Aye.
Madam Chair,
Aye.
and Commissioner Byrd.
Aye.
Madam Chair, the vote to come out of closed session the motion to come out of closed session is passed unanimously.
Thank you, Russell. So following this discussion, the commission has determined that we need to take a recess until 4:15 today. We realize this matter is very important and time is of the essence, and we need to have that time in order to prepare the order that we want to issue in this matter today. So we will take a recess at this point and reconvene at 4:15 this afternoon. So thank you very much. We're adjourned for now.